Welcome back. Lucky and I are back with the last episode for tonight. We were trying something different. We wanted to make sure we could cover more games, and we didn't want to put a hour and a half long video for you guys to watch. Now you can actually, it's broken down in parts. You can go watch it. This is a third of the last episode for tonight. In West Indies versus New Zealand, what a game that proved out to be. Before I get into the conversation with Lucky, please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and we have a special announcement towards the end of the show, which will make you very excited about the things we're trying to do here. And people that want their comments featured on our screen, please go to our YouTube channel. YouTube, I'm going to actually leave the comment under in the banner. youtube.com/C/the Salman Khan Show. Go on that, find this video, and leave your comments so we can bring them on the screen. Lucky, what a heartbreak.
Not for me.
You always predicted they will give you 10 wickets anytime.
Exactly. Not for me. They are being known. They are now trying to be known by the name of chokers again now. Not again means after South Africa, they are proving it now.
They are proving it.
They lost so many games that they could have won it just by throwing their wickets. Can you imagine that?
Exactly. And I mean, I was heartbroken when oh, hold on. If you don't know what is a sine wave, I'll recommend you watching this. Oh, because it goes like this. You know?
Yes.
That is so true.
Yes.
That is
Salman, I have been talking about Chris Gayle every now and then, right? He scored some odd 80, whatever.
Yes.
But can you imagine he was dropped for 3 times?
Lucky, even the first time he was dropped, he said, "Who cares? I'm going to give you the catch anyways."
Exactly.
Then he gave it again, twice in 1 over.
Definitely, any batsman around the world, if you give him a chance, he will dance. And a caliber of Gale, he should have scored, and ended the inning with a win. The way they dropped 3 times, right? So you can see there, without reaching the point, he still played his own game, that I will go for it. I'll play my own natural game. Doesn't matter. I get dropped 3 times or maybe 1 or 2 more times. It doesn't matter to him. The only difference that West Indies is right now going through is staying at the wicket for long.
Yes, without a doubt. So
now there are only 2 people who are doing that. Hitmare is the second one after Shai Hope, who is providing that, strength of staying in the wicket.
Exactly. Like when you watch the game today, yes, they got very close, and it's through the brilliance of Carlos Brathwaite. But do you think the rest of the West Indies were interested in winning?
So that is what I'm saying, like Salman. Whoever was coming, like, okay, I need to play the same way like I used to play.
Yeah.
And they just smashed and went.
Yeah.
They could have stayed and seen the inning till the end, right? That is the difference. That is what I'm telling you from the beginning, that these guys are throwing the wickets. They are playing it like T20s.
Exactly.
And what happened at the end? Brathwaite was so close to the winning point, but there was no wickets left, right?
There was no wicket left.
See, wickets really matters.
So you make a good point. I'm going to bring the scorecard of this game because I think you'll see the impact of Carlos Brathwaite, the way he batted today. But like West Indies, they weren't interested in winning this game for sure.
They gave away the game somewhere when it was like, see there, the third wicket, Salman, I can see here is Shimron Hitmare in 22 overs.
Yeah,
they were at 142 when he fell off, and now see after that what happened.
I mean, they were halfway there. They were
142 for 4, 152 for 5, 163 for 7, and 164 for 7. In 4 overs of difference, 5 wickets gone.
It's unbelievable.
And that's where you take away the game, right?
See, Jason Holder got a very good ball, without a doubt. But Chris Gayle gave his wicket away. Ashley Nurse didn't bother doing anything. Like they said, you know what, you come and I'll just follow you.
Yeah, no doubt, Salman. This is where they have been proving themselves wrong right from the beginning. I told you the match against I always keep in mind like what the hell Pakistan did in the beginning against these guys. Um, Except that game, Salman, look at those 5 games they lost, right?
Yeah.
So it was like Pakistan. It means that day Pakistan didn't want to win, so
The,
they give it away to West Indies.
Pakistan said
Right?
you're starting a World Cup too early and we're not going to play today.
Exactly, yeah. Let us wake up after this game. So after that, now they are sleeping. West Indians, see
They have lost everything.
everything, everything. There is no change in the batting lineup. There is nothing changed. Only Andhra Russell, and they brought Nurse in, right? That bowler,
Yeah.
and let
Evan
me check.
Lewis. Look at the only game they won, Lucky. Look at the score. Point table.
That is thanks to Pakistan.
Thanks to Pakistan.
Exactly. It was plus 5.80 in the beginning, man. Can you
Oh,
imagine
look
that?
how far. Oh
From
my
there,
God.
from there, Pakistan has just reached minus 1.93.
They're breathing just because of that game. Lucky Asif has put a comment in. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Remember the name. Absolutely. Carlos Brathwaite. Had he hit it out of the park, no doubt his innings would have been the innings of the World Cup. Hats off to Bolt for keeping himself calm till he grabbed it. It's true because Bolt has dropped 2 catches, very easy catches in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So I think it must just imagine what was you and I played cricket. Asif will agree with us. When you've dropped a catch not too long ago in a game, that big, so many things play on your mind, right? So Bolt did really well. I would say exceptionally well in holding on to that.
So this proves the standard of being in the international team, right? You have to take that pressure off. It happens. You cannot keep it in mind that okay, I dropped two, I'm gonna drop the third one.
That's
Now
exactly.
now
You have to
this
always
this
move on.
this catch this catch has made them secured in the semis. Can you imagine that now? How big
Yeah.
that catch was,
Oh,
right?
lucky there was 2 yards between New Zealand,
Yeah,
West
Salman,
Indies, and
these are the moments that creates history,
2 yards.
Yeah, you will remember by 2 yards, right? Carlos will remember by 2 yards that I could have done something different rather than going with a win of
So I'll
six.
tell you how pressuresome that catch was. I've never seen two New Zealanders not calling and going for the same catch. They almost were so close when Bolt took that catch. It
Yeah,
was a stressful
Salman,
catch.
see, everything was on on that 2 yard thing, right? The way the game changed, the
Yeah.
way Carlos changed it, right? It
So
was when those 5 wickets fell off, everyone thought that okay, West Indies is done. This is the beauty of cricket. It can change like this when
yeah,
you take it
exactly.
as granted, right? And this guy proved it. Like
Now,
Carlos batted at number 7, I guess, right?
8. No, he came at 6 this time. Came a little
Six.
early.
Okay,
Because,
Andhra
because
Russell
they
was in
played an
there. Yeah.
extra bowler
So yeah,
lucky, so he had to come early. So
yeah.
one question, a very tough question for you. You think Carlos brought the game and he gave it away? Do you agree?
Yes, yes, Salman. Now that is called experience to be counted as. You took the game from somewhere that didn't belong to you.
And then you have
And
4 or 5 runs.
you gave it away. You gave it away in such a style that it wasn't for you to be done like that. Like you have balls left. You don't have to go
It's
for a
the
six
last ball
to
of
win
the
the match,
over.
right?
Take
You
a
already
single.
brought it down. Means you have 12 balls to score 8 runs now, right? No doubt, yes. The other side is the 11th one, the batsman. But the experience that you have already brought was to take a single.
Take a single. And
Exactly. And
you
play the
retain the
last
strike.
ball over.
You
You
retain the
can
strike.
go you can go for that six till the end of the ball, till the end of that 49.5 sixth ball, right? He
Yeah.
could have gone, okay, 5 dots. Now I still have that one ball left to go for a six to win the match. But see what happened? One over is spared, man.
One
They
of
got all out in 49th over.
So I'll give you
So
an
yeah,
example. Lucky, I'll give you an example. Look at this. So the reason I'm pointing it out to you, think of this. Jimmy Nisham is not a full-time bowler. He's a part-timer. He takes the pace off. Carlos Brathwaite, he's known to hit pace. I mean, you saw what he did to Stokes with his pace. Think what New Zealand, the position he would have put New Zealand into. He would had he taken that single, it's either Matt Henry with lot of pace, lack of confidence, has been hit for 76, got hit for sixes, or it would have been Colin DeGrandome, who's also known for pace and goes for big runs. Look at the pressure Carlos
And
would have
then
put them in.
then he just took all the pressure on him. Nisham just did what he has to do
Yeah,
that time, and he just made that guy to go for six, because they knew that if it's gonna be single or double, those guys will win. It was to take that guy to go for a six to win, and
yeah,
that created a catch. And that was the
exactly.
mistake Carlos did. They wanted him to score big, either win by scoring a six, right? Or just it will be a catch. And that was like a little bit of immaturity shown by Carlos. He shouldn't have gone for a six to win the match. It was in his pocket, man. It was in his pocket. He gave away.
He did, absolutely. But I think, it's, I'm just going to, the Asif has a really good comment. I'm going to go back to 2015 semi-final World Cup. Dale Steyn, and I can't recall the name of the New Zealand player now. I can picture him in my head when he hit Dale Steyn for the sixth semi-final to take New Zealand into the final. They shook hands, they hug each other, great
Yeah,
sportsmanship.
see,
Today we
yes,
saw that again.
Salman, this game, that's why it is called gentleman's game, right? You got to give respect to the opponent also when they play good, right?
Yeah,
And you show that respect to get respect. Now,
yeah.
Carlos will get respected all over the world. What he did
Oh,
today, right? And he has done it before also, man. It was England,
yes.
right? It was England in World Cup, T20 World Cup. So this guy had a inning to show, but he could have just taken Pakistan some more closer. 2 points for himself and 2 points for Pakistan to be taken care of.
You know, Lucky, I have to appreciate all the teams trying to do so much for Pakistan. They're just falling short.
You know what? It's all about Pakistan to do themselves.
Well,
That's
we
it.
really thank our
Don't
Sri Lankan
ask
brothers.
our help. Don't ask our help. Do it yourself, man. That's it.
Well, I mean, South Africa almost did it against New Zealand. You remember that? West Indies
Yeah,
again almost did it against New Zealand.
yeah.
Afghanistan almost pulled that through against India.
India, yeah, yeah.
Like everybody's trying hard, and Sri Lanka did it against England. Everybody's trying hard. Is it Pakistan's time to try hard now?
No, Salman, tonight you can say
I
from
would say, yeah, for us.
Canada point of view,
Yeah.
and tomorrow in England, they have to show what they are, known for. Like, yeah, whatever the mistake they did it, but literally, I do expect Sarfraz wins a toss and bats, bro.
You think it's
I
fine?
literally want him to do that because do you remember, Salman? They gave South Africans, they gave such a tough time to New Zealand, not scoring that big. It
Oh,
was only
absolutely.
242. So you
Absolutely.
know what? I literally I'm in such a position that it has already shown that if it is only 250 also for the second one to bat,
You
it
still
will
have
be
a
a
chance.
little pressure. And you know what, Salman? For Pakistan, it's if you take it, okay, it's away from this topic now, but we are talking about tomorrow because
Yeah,
we can take it as a pre one. Like if
exactly.
Pakistan, if you see, if their first three batsmen get out in somewhere around, say, 50s or 60s runs, Pakistan is not producing run in the middle orders.
That's where they're
They
failing.
will be in so big trouble again. Like, okay, man, I have to score 250. But who is
Yeah,
going to score?
yeah.
That will be again a pressure. So what I want Pakistan to do is myself. Like they need a win, Salman, and that win should be like they are knocking on the door.
So I'm going to switch a different gear. I agree with you. I think New Zealand West Indies game was a classy game. Game definitely for the World Cup, a long time to remember for sure. We're going to switch over to Pakistan and South Africa, like you said. Should Hassan Ali be dropped?
But there is another thing going on in the mind now. Um, Shoaib Malik also he is not performing right.
Oh yes, and Haris Sohail,
So
they keep talking about him now.
so if Shoaib Malik is dropped, there are two batsmen, Harris and Asif, right?
Yeah,
They haven't done well too.
exactly. They haven't done well.
They haven't done well too. Now Shaheen came. Now he's dropped again, and you're giving him a chance again. Now, is his morale that high or not?
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly it. I like what Asif just made a comment about Martin Crowe. He's no longer alive, but he was an exceptional batsman in 1992 World Cup, topped the scores for New Zealand. And Asif makes a great point. If I wish Martin Crowe was here to see this New Zealand team, would have been so much proud of those young boys. Asif, that's such a good point because, like you remember, New Zealand team of the past, they'll get to the semi-finals, but that's it, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
becoming that world beater, you can never expect. Pakistan would send their top, young pace bowlers to New Zealand to get that exposure and build their confidence. Mohammad Sami, many of Pakistani bowlers started their career in New Zealand and got tons of wickets.
yeah, yeah.
A complete turnaround for New Zealand.
See, it was, you can take the era from Stephen Fleming, and then came the left-hander bowler. What was his name? Spinner.
Both
No, the captain. He was the captain of New Zealand.
left. Daniel Vittori.
Daniel Vittori.
Daniel Vittori.
So after that, New Zealand came under McCallum. These guys have
Oh, McCallum, yeah,
these guys have brought so much for the Kiwis,
yeah,
like total replenishment, you can say.
yes,
And now they are such a threat, like you cannot take New Zealand as granted.
exactly,
They
exactly.
are playing really good. And look at that guy, Ross Taylor. He's not showing that I'm 35-ish, I guess. He's somewhere around that, right?
Yeah,
He's scoring runs like just for fun.
he is,
Yeah,
without a doubt.
yeah. So this team is right now like, yeah, if you got to go on top like four, you have to beat Kiwis too. That's an exam
Exactly,
for every team coming up to play against them.
exactly. So, where do you see them go in this World Cup?
They will go closer, Salman. I'm telling you. Semis, semis now. It depends on who they are playing against. That will also matter.
Exactly,
It's gonna be like this, I guess, right? 1-4 and 2-3. So yeah, 1-4. Whoever is there,
exactly.
it's gonna be that way.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. I think at this point because I think England's still in the
Exactly. We
tricky
don't have to
position.
go until that point where we are thinking about these are the only top fours, right?
Exactly.
There is England on the verge.
So,
For the
lucky
time being, England is in trouble.
they are in trouble. One
Yeah,
person
see,
I have,
Saman, if you see the table, Australia, New Zealand, and India are done.
they're through.
Yeah, they are done. And a big ask is for England now. Very big ask.
Exactly. So, for our viewers that are watching, I have a question. So, I'm just going back to Carlos Brathwaite's innings. So, he pulled a stunner almost single handedly. Do you think he should have taken a single to rotate the strike and waited for the last over? That's the question I have for the viewers. Leave your answer in the comments. Well, Lucky and I will keep talking about New Zealand at this point. So, Lucky, New Zealand, I see them going far, not just now, but throughout in the future as well, right? Um, but Asif makes a point here that at this point, I think it looks like New Zealand and India is going to choose who they want to play semi-final.
Especially India will choose. They have a lot of games left and not that big games left. They have already got the points from the big ones, all the
Yeah,
big ones.
yeah,
Only, I think West Indies will be a tough ask because now it will be do or die for them also.
go die for them.
So yeah, so they will play like, okay, we don't care, let's bang them out. Anyways,
So, Lucky, if I take Asif's point, who do you think India will choose? Like to choose?
right now in semi-final,
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yes. See, Australia is always a tough ask in semi-final and final. I'm telling you,
Hands down.
these guys are, I don't know, they take it as a normal game on that particular stage.
Exactly.
That's why they are the winners for so
Well, like
long.
you said, once they get there, this is their game. That's what.
Exactly, yes. So they give away everything for that particular day. New Zealand being sometimes, it will be in their mind like, okay, we have done choked so many times in semi-finals. That will again stuck them.
So Asif has an answer for us. I think Brathwaite did do the right thing. It's pure bad luck.
It is Asif Zaman who goes for sixes for every ball. That's why
Asif,
he thought that way. If
Asif, I
I
hope
was,
you're hearing this.
if Salman, if it is to be taken that way, yeah, we will find faults in everyone's decisions, right? So if you go back in what we call um, England Sri Lanka match, do you remember what happened? Um, that Pardeep got only one ball to bowl. That 11th batsman,
Yeah.
one ball.
Oh yes.
Stokes took a run in the fifth ball, right? And he
I mean,
gave
he
him
did
to
everything right.
just tap that one ball and he got out.
Yeah.
Right? So this is totally, we think after the game that it becomes a bad luck or it was a right thing or wrong thing to do. According to the mindset that time, like Kiwis could have yeah, it Kiwis could have given away the game because Carlos has already scored a century, right?
Yeah.
Now see what New Zealand did, what he did. Um, your Williamson.
Yes. Kane Williamson.
He was so confident that he alone built up, that he can go
How
for
many?
anything.
Yes.
He can go for anything, and wickets were there, right?
Completely different quality.
And he didn't care.
He-
But here the scenario was like he has that 6 over 6 ball left, quota to score that 5 or 6 runs. So
Exactly.
So literally, he could have taken to the end of that last over. I literally think it that way because he changed the whole game after that 25 runs over, man. So from here to give away the game, it's my point of view. It was his immaturity at that time.
That's what I think as well. And so the question that comes to my mind, and lucky you and I know, and Asif, he's been a regular viewer
Yeah,
with us.
that's why I directly pointed out, right?
So
He's a
question I
smasher.
have for
He
you, Lucky,
doesn't
what would
care.
it,
Yeah,
what
he cares that I can go for that six. I will go for that six.
and
That's
it's a
it.
question for you, Lucky. I'm asking you, what would Asif have done?
Yeah, he has done it.
Asif,
He has
what would you
proved
have done if you were in that position? Knowing
yeah.
you, we both know the answers, but we want to know from you as well. So let's go back. West Indies, do you think they have a chance? Six
No,
games, 5 points. You
no,
think they're done?
done.
3 points, sorry. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that the
And
World Cup is
Salman,
pretty much
to,
over.
to be to be serious and honest, there are some games going to be again few games washed out.
Yeah,
Literally, there will be because that is the factor always there. And I don't know now that which team are going to get affected.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Lucky, I asked you a question, who would India pick? Now I'm asking you, who would you think, who would New Zealand pick in the semis?
Um.
They won't pick India for sure.
um. Because India, Australia, sorry, New Zealand, Australia is also a rivalry. They have played so many times, and they have given tough time to them.
Yeah,
But being away from home, they won't ask England to be on semis with us.
no.
So they will go with Australia.
You think? And
I think
they've beaten Australia lately in a lot of
exactly.
formats.
That is what I'm saying. Like they will have a morale booster because it is not in Australia. Sometime when you play against the home team, yeah, so everything becomes their factor, like fan following and all, right? Booing and all in the ground, that helps the team also.
Asif
Yeah,
has
see,
answered.
I would have done the same thing. Trust in yourself. Yeah, being a batsman, but yeah, that is Salman. To be honest, everyone does have their different opinions, right? So you can see the five fingers; they are not same, right? Different thoughts, different people, different thoughts. Yeah,
Like he
what
once you get
mattered
five,
most, Salman? That last point. Sorry, cutting you,
yeah.
Asif. Trust in yourself. That is what he should have done till the end. He should have gone for that 49.5 after that to go for six. And I was
Yeah,
pretty sure
yeah,
that
yeah.
if he could have gone to that 49 point some balls to play, the game would have been his
If I
because he
can
was
hit it on
already
these balls.
playing with a century, right? So they could have also given away, like, oh, Carlos is still doing.
Like, look how deep those fielders were.
They had to because
Because they weren't
Carlos took
expecting him to
position,
take
right?
a single. Think of this.
Carlos,
They
see,
were
they
not
they
expecting him to
literally,
take a single.
Salman, they literally knew that he's not going to take single. Either it is a boundary or it's a six.
And that's, I mean, Bolt, where he took it, think of this. If they were thinking of single, they would have been at least 20 yards in.
And
And
now think about this, Salman. Think about this. Um, they knew that this guy is. I missed my century by 5 runs. Remember that I had 7 overs to go. Exactly. Yeah, you had that confidence to leave that 5 runs. That's what you did.
That's what he did. Exactly.
Yeah.
So going back to Carlos Brathwaite, like he could tell their plan. This is
Salman,
what I'm talking about West Indies.
see, the lateral part of this one is like nobody is going to remember this century now.
Yes.
If it was a win, he could have become a hero for everyone, today.
Oh, yeah.
Because he took the game away from them
He took the game
single-heartedly.
single handedly.
Single-handedly. And
Completely.
then what he did is
Just
that
gave it
is
away.
what Salman this World Cup is all about.
Yeah.
Here he could have given so much to West Indies today
Yeah.
that they might have come harsh on the other teams because they got a win from nowhere. And then what happens? Just a century in his column now, but not a win in the World Cup
Well, they're
for
going
West
out of the
Indies.
World Cup lucky.
So West Indies is done.
Another
See the
single,
difference.
another
See the
single,
difference.
6 chances to hit a boundary would have been a different story.
Exactly, yeah. Like,
Would have
see,
been
Malinga did, right? What Malinga did twice. Now, Malinga is proving to be in the top four. That is what the difference is all about. Experience is all about. You brought so much to that particular place where Kiwis never thought that they are going to lose from here.
exactly.
And then you give it away like a gift.
He gave so much, but he also took so much away from them. Too bad, so sad. It is true though. It is true though. I called it heartbreaking for a reason because I think that's what exactly happened. Very heartbreaking. I remember I was watching the game and I'm like, oh my goodness, what just
Salman,
happened?
even when I was watching my game today against Afghanistan when they lost, I felt sad
Yeah,
because they were so close. It being a cricketer, right? I can see the other one also working hard, but the other
exactly,
side was like my team did, like yes, this is the way to come back and win the game.
exactly,
So so we have to take it that way also. Like yes, somebody did wrong and the other one won the game, right?
exactly,
That
exactly.
is what we have to take it from there.
Yeah. So I think your prediction. West Indies is a pretty straightforward piece for them. New Zealand, with 6 games, I mean, they won four, lost one, and one's washed out. So they're sitting at 11 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're
New
sitting at
Zealand is
11
at the
points.
top. Yeah,
Hmm?
New Zealand is at the top.
They're the
No
top with
worries.
11 points. One more point, and they would leave Pakistan behind for sure. So they're going to be in a much safer position. Where do you
But
see? Huh?
but if New Zealand loses also, Salman, I don't think New Zealand is going anywhere now.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. So, like, where do you think now from here, New Zealand, if you think they can qualify, what do you think they'll aim for? Trying to avoid India, we most likely know. Um, Actually, Asif just stole my question. I'm gonna put it on screen. Lucky, out of 4 teams, who?
I literally have that from the beginning. There has been some a pretty not some you can say for England what they did against Sri Lanka, but I will still go with England because of their home ground, home fans, and their batting lineup. Because bowling do have that impact, but
Oh,
it's all about batting. Who has most potential to qualify?
I
Pakistan, Sri
like
Lanka,
that question.
Bangladesh, or
Pakistan,
West
Sri
Indies?
Lanka, Bangladesh, West Indies. Who
Uh,
are you gonna pick? One team we're gonna pick.
leaving that top four,
Yes. So what he's saying is, what if one team comes out of that top four? That's what I'm taking Asif's question as. And if one team
see,
out of these
according to
four,
the table, it's England who can be
yes,
out, right?
yes. So let's say if England was to be pulled out and one of these teams could make it, West Indies is already out. To me,
So,
they're out of the
so
race.
straightforward answer. Like out of these four, the one who is playing the best is Bangladesh.
I'll pick Bangladesh, to be honest,
To be honest, right?
unless
And then what
Pakistan
happens
changes
is
something.
Now, yes, exactly. And then what happens is like Pakistan shows their caliber in 4 games like heroes.
Oh,
Then,
lucky
then it is Pakistan.
if
Otherwise, I'm telling you, then
you
it
know
is
Pakistan
Pakistan.
better than I do.
Otherwise, the big game for Pakistan is Bangladesh, man.
But you know Pakistan better than I do, Lucky. If they win one at this stage, they won't stop.
See, Salman, the next game is South Africa, who has already lost their position for everything, right?
They're pretty
So
much out.
they are also going to come with, like,
They're
that
playing for
dignity,
pride. They're playing for
pride,
pride.
right? That we have to win it. And that can be a very, very big blow for Pakistan if they take it for granted.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, Lucky, no game is easy from here for Pakistan. That's for
Yes.
sure.
So to qualify according to the list that we are looking at, it's just a random prediction, Salman. It's very very tough for all of these ones because see, West Indies also gave away their points in 5 games, right? Sri Lanka, they brought everything they could, and they are in such a position that they can, yes, they can give blow if England gets out, and they can give blow according to that particular win, if we talk. And Bangladesh has been doing good, so it means for Pakistan, it's not that easy way to get into it. It is like you have to be like a gem to win to get into it.
There's
Ah,
only one scenario left, Lucky, for Pakistan to qualify at this point. I'm
4.
gonna definitely come back and talk about it in another video. So those who are watching, please stay tuned. Do subscribe. Come back and watch that video because I'm telling you, there's only one way Pakistan now can qualify. Lucky and I will
Pakistan
talk about it
tomorrow is
offline.
Pakistan tomorrow is playing
South
pre-quarter
Africa.
final.
Pretty much every game is a quarterfinal. It's pre-quarter, quarter, and then
Exactly. That
another
is why I
quarterfinal.
said pre-quarter final because there are 4 left for them.
Exactly.
So if they win 3, and you can see the table changing with their positive point net run rate.
It'll change everything.
Exactly. That will bring something to cheer for Pakistan.
It'll change everything. So, Lucky, we're gonna wrap up here. Again, great show. Thank you, Asif, for all the questions. Thank you. Lots of views. I'm just amazed at the number of views I'm finding out here. It just blows me away every time I look at our views numbers and I share those with Lucky. Just so you guys know, we've crossed close to $190,000. Not $1,000. $190,000 views across the two platforms we're part of. And to celebrate that, there's something very exciting we're launching. We realize that a lot of places, video is not easily accessible. BaatShaat, our show, has officially launched a radio station of ours. So you are more than welcome to go head to your Play Store or App Store, depending on the device you have, and please download the radio.net app. Go to App Store, go to the Play Store, and download the radio.net app and search for BaatShaat, BAATSHAAT, and you'll be able to hear Lucky and I and all our shows, audio, any time of the day. We do plan on bringing live commentary at some point for the games. Stay tuned. We are working on a project on the side on that as well. But please do download that and make sure you spread the word. Make sure you subscribe to us because that support goes a long, long, long way for us. Thank you for watching. Lucky, any final words? Pakistan versus South Africa.
Tomorrow, do watch it, Pakistanis. It's a very, very big game.
Very big game.
And for those guys who are in England, they gotta come out and support
Support
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Yeah.
It's gonna be a heck of a game, I guess. Yeah.
Heck of a game. Lucky, I haven't realized I'm actually looking like Jason Holder right now. I'm right on his. I just keep noticing. I'm like, why is my body not moving? So, thank you again
But
for watching.
you better move your flexes tomorrow, man.
I should absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Lucky, we're coming back tomorrow around this time to discuss Pakistan South Africa game. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it'll be an exciting one because I hope Pakistan wins. And with that, we'll be signing out. Thank you for watching and keep subscribing. Good night, Lucky.
Good night.